everyone, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am really excited to start to grow some potatoes for the new year in a new to me grow bag. This is the potato grow bag by Caveen, and it's a really slick design. I first of all love a grow bag that has handles so that it's easy to be able to pick it up and move it. I also really like that it has riveted holes in the bottom for extra drainage. And then the really interesting thing that distinguishes this bag from any that I've ever seen is this clear section so that you could actually watch the tubers develop as the plants grow. And then it's got a really neat Velcro area that you can just raise up, and I think in theory you can then harvest the potatoes right from the bag without having to dump all of the soil out like I normally do when I grow potatoes in a bag. So I'm excited to get this new experiment started with this great potato bag from Caveen. So what kind of potatoes should you grow? And do you need to buy seed potatoes, or can you use ones from the grocery store? Well, I'll tell you, I do both, and these are just potatoes from the store that have started growing on my counter. And I'm gonna do two ways. I'm gonna plant whole potatoes that have started sprouting, and I'm going to cut sections that I had cut in half, basically where I had divided the eyes up. And I will see which ultimately produces the most amount of harvestable tubers. Now for in-ground planting in central North Carolina, zone 7, I usually recommend getting your potatoes planted sometime around between the middle of February and the end of March. And then you'll be harvesting typically end of June, mid-July. But because I have these bags and I am a natural-born experimenter, I'm gonna try now getting them planted in the third week of January. And I have two bags, so that means I'm gonna do one treated outside, just keep it outside in the elements, and I'm gonna bring one into my heated shed, and then I'll compare the results. Obviously, the one in the shed will likely grow faster, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it will yield more. So this will be a really fun potato growing experiment. All right, so I've got these bags filled about halfway through, and just to keep it straight, that's why I have to make these videos. One is going to be whole potatoes that are going to stay outside. The other is going to be the sliced potato pieces, and that's gonna go into my heated shed, but brought out on sunny days as it starts to grow, and of course watered thoroughly. So planting potatoes is really easy. You just kind of set them in, and I'm gonna do 5. I'm gonna do five in this bag. You can see, I've just kind of set them in. And then, I guess to keep it fair, I should do 5 in this bag. So now that the potatoes are planted, I'm just going to add about 3 more inches of compost on top. And then what I'll do is, as they start to grow vegetatively, I will keep layering more compost in, because the way potatoes grow, as their foliage develops, you can keep mounding soil around it and you'll get greater tuber production all along that stalk. Okay, now I have the bags ready to be watered in. I've got one placed here in a west-facing area on my back patio, so this is definitely a microclimate that's extra warm because it's got a brick foundation and a brick patio to sit on. But then the other bag is right here. I've got that stationed and ready to go into my heated shed, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a shed attached to my house that has a vent so that it gets the same temperature as inside of the house. And that's where I stash a lot of my tender plants that don't need a lot of maintenance for the winter season, particularly succulents. But this winter I am doing a lot of experiments, so I'm gonna add this awesome bag of potatoes to the shed and see how it grows. There's a lot of reasons to love fabric grow bags because they are so well drained. You see that is just dripping out. But this is the coolest, to have this plastic window. You could see the water penetrating through the soil surface. You see, I planted the potatoes right on the edge so you could really see them. I am so excited to watch these potatoes grow in these Caveen grow bags. If you've never grown potatoes before, I hope this will be the year that you give it a try. And I highly recommend cultivating your potatoes in easy to use grow bags like this one from Caveen. Now, I am most excited to share updates from this potato growing experiment because I've never had a bag with this kind of utilitarian purpose. I love this clear plastic insert so I can actually see what's going on in the root zone, and I can't wait for the day when I can open this back hatch and pull out all of the tubers. So stay tuned for regular updates. As always, thanks for watching.